Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Jenny. Jason, I have been getting a ton of emails about people complaining about having cold floors in their home.
Yeah?
Yes, and I'd like to read one of them to you if you don't mind.
All right, let's hear it.
Mary Smith from Fort Worth, Texas says, "My husband and I just bought a nice older home in the historical district. Since it's gotten colder, we've noticed our floors are freezing. Plus, there's a cold draft. We can't find where it's coming from. Any ideas?"
Absolutely. It's coming from her crawl space. For those of you who may have older homes in historical districts, you've probably got a crawl space rather than a slab. And the reason they were built like this, which is otherwise known as pier and beam construction, is so that the contractors and construction workers would have convenient access to the plumbing and the pipes and water lines that run underneath the house. So once that's all built, then you've got a problem because now there's air that's free to move beneath the house. When you have air moving beneath the house, you also introduce moisture. The moisture then can lead to foul odors, fungus, mold. It can contribute to poor breathing quality. It creates the perfect environment for pests and bugs to be underneath your home. And then also the extra moisture can cause structural damage. It can actually lead to the joists and the beams underneath the house to sag and be weakened over time. And then finally, what the moisture and the cold air underneath your home can do is contribute to higher energy bills. You know, in the wintertime when you got all that cold air that's freely coming up underneath your floors, your furnace is going to have to work that much harder in order to keep your home at a constant temperature. But in order to actually overcome that, if you have an encapsulated crawl space with new technology, we can actually mitigate some of these problems. And we have the perfect person to come talk to us about this today, and that's Mark from Dalworth. Hey Mark.
Hey Jason.
Thanks for coming by.
Hey.
Mark's going to talk with us a little bit about encapsulated crawl space systems. And Mark, you've given us a really great list here. I just want to go through for our viewers a few of these things that you've told us. Excellent stuff. First off, tell us a little bit about this smart sump system.
Smart sump is just a sump pump that's actually in a basket, a plastic basket container that's 2 feet in the ground, so like clear rock. And it's got a little cover on top to keep actually any debris, any whatsoever, is trash out.
Mm-hmm. And then the crawl space vapor barrier insulation. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, really what it is, it's an antimicrobial liner. The liner itself is what secures the area, the soil from the home, protecting nonstop.
Okay. And then vent covers?
Yeah, vent covers. Vent covers is a big part of the thing because you want to protect, you want to control and keep outside air in the crawl space. Keep it out.
And then what about the crawl space door?
The crawl space door. Well, you know, you have your normal entryways in a crawl space. We want to make sure those are airtight. So most of the time in crawl spaces, we go through and install a new door, airtight, sealed to the wall.
So I may actually need a new door if I've got an old crawl space.
Exactly, because you know, homes from the 20s are going to have those issues.
And then some people are asking about dehumidifiers. You mentioned that.
Yeah. Dehumidification is the biggest part of what we do in the Crawlspace Encapsulation because it controls the air environment between the liner and the home itself. If you do not have that, you can't guarantee control.
Okay, and then finally you mentioned this drainage matting. Tell us a little bit about what that does.
Yeah, the drainage matting is underneath the liner. It's a plastic. It's actually a waffle cone design, and what it does is it protects from any water that comes from the water table. It keeps it distributed through the foundation itself, where that way it doesn't sit in the area and saturate areas.
Well, if you've got a crawl space, the main thing to keep in mind is that there is a systematic way of looking at how to take advantage of all the new technology to mitigate some of the problems that you may have in your space.
Correct.
And as I understand, Dalworth pretty much turnkey,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Thank you, Mark. That was some really awesome information.
Absolutely.
Mary, I hope we were able to answer your question. And if you're like Mary and you have issues with your crawl space and desire a moisture-free, pest-free, better air quality, and even warm floors, give us a call. We'll send Mark out. He'll be happy to take care of you. And if you have any other questions that involve your home or business, email them to us. We'd be happy to help. That would be at questions@dalworth.com. Thank y'all so much.
See you again soon.